Hi, my name's Imogen, I'm 19 years old and I'm currently on a gap year. The plan for this part of my gap year was to be off travelling Europe, but like a lot of us, I've been forced to stay at home because of the coronavirus situation. And for the past 6.5 weeks, I've not done much else besides baking a load of banana bread, watching an awful lot of TV and reading a few books. But today is time to change all of that. So I'm obviously not currently in education, which means that I don't have exams to revise for or anything that I really need to get on with. That meant I had to think a little bit more creatively about what I was going to do to make this a productive day. And that's when I came up with the idea of doing a FutureLearn course. FutureLearn is an online platform which is full of free courses that you can take part in. You can study anything from astrophysics to international development to even things like the coronavirus situation. The website is constantly being updated with new courses, and it's a really great platform if you are at loose end of what to do and you want to try and learn something new during this period. However, just watching me do a FutureLearn course would make for the most boring video ever. So I've decided to spice things up a little bit, and I'm going to be randomly selecting a FutureLearn course. I've already talked about the wide range of courses that FutureLearn has on offer, so I could be studying something that I've never even heard of before, let alone studied before. In order to decide which course I was going to be studying today, I wrote out all the different subject areas on a piece of paper and then I put them into this basket. So I've now got all of the different courses that I could study in this basket here, and I'm going to select one at random. There are definitely some that I don't want, like literature. I'm just not a massive fan of that. However, I know that there's like law and study skills and politics, which would be really good for me because they're things that I'm already interested in. What's this? I've got healthcare and medicine. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, I'm happy with this one. It definitely could have been worse with like literature or something. That's so not me. I think there's definitely some interesting things that you can learn, and hopefully these will be accessible courses, which is good, because if I got something like astrophysics, I don't know if I'd be able to do it, if I'm quite honest with you. So I'm now going to hop on the computer. I'm going to bring up all of the healthcare and medicine courses, and then I'm going to do a random number generator or something similar to decide which exact course I'm going to be doing. So I've just opened up the FutureLearn website and I've selected healthcare and medicine. It says there are 151 courses, and I'm just looking through the first few and they look really, really interesting. There's one about radiation oncology, dementia care, end of life care. All that'd be really interesting. So as you can see here, I've just put in the numbers 1 to 151 in this number generator. I'm just going to click generate. 57, okay. I'm glad it's not a high number because I've got to count through this. But hopefully number 57 is going to be a lucky course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
A few moments later.
53, 54, 55, 56 and 57. Okay. So the title of the course that has been picked for me is Antimicrobial Stewardship in Wound Management. Can't lie to you, I haven't got a clue what half the words in that title mean, but hopefully through doing the course I will learn something new and I will actually know what the title means. That would be a good start. I might do some Googling actually. It says gain insight into antimicrobial resistance, learn about the threats it poses to wound care and explore preventative measures. It sounds interesting. It's done by something called BSAC and European Wound Management Association. I didn't even know there was an association for European wound management. But there you go, you learn something new every day. So the course actually has a 4.7 rating. It's got 14 reviews, positive, like that. Then I'm just scrolling down. It says, learn how to manage wound infection as a healthcare professional. Right. Well, I'm not a healthcare professional, but hopefully we'll be able to access some of this course. Okay, so what I understand from this is that I'm learning how to, it's like, do you know what? I don't even have a clue what this is about. Oh my gosh, what have I let myself in for? What am I doing?
Oh, no.
What's a microbe? I'm just going to point out at this point that when I was in school, the last time I did biology, I was really quite bad at it. It was one of my least favourite subjects, and now I'm supposedly learning about resistance to bacteria, parasites, viruses and fungi again, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. It says, by the end of the course, I will be able to explore antimicrobial stewardship. Lovely, can't wait. Identifying signs of infection. Okay, this sounds like something I can get behind. Engage others in your department to carry out antimicrobial stewardship. Okay, so I don't have a department, but, you know, I will know something more about antimicrobial stewardship. That's a bit of a tongue twister, actually. Antimicrobial stewardship. Okay, so it's now time to supposedly sign my life away, being dramatic, to sign up for the course. So I'm just going to click join today. Okay, and we're in. Right. Okay, Karen Usi. Is that who said it? Usi? I don't know, that's not important. Anyway, Professor Karen Usi is the person that, we're going to say Usi, is the person that runs the course. So she's going to do me a little welcome video. So we'll see how that goes.
Hello and welcome to the Antimicrobial Stewardship in Wound Management module. We are absolutely delighted you've signed up for this course and we are looking forward to working with you throughout the next 3 weeks.
First of all, Karen Usi does not sound like she wants to be here, but oh well, I'm here, you're here, Karen, we're going to learn together.
Approximately 2 hours to complete each section.
2 hours to complete each section? How many sections are there? Oh, I didn't read how long this is going to take. What have I let myself in for? There's 3 weeks of this course. Okay, so week 1 is all about the history of antimicrobial stewardship. So I'm going to do that one today. I obviously can't, I don't think I can go on to the next ones until they open up next week. Who knows, I might absolutely love this and be raring to go next week. I kind of think not, but you know, we'll go in with a positive mindset. So I've just watched the first video with Karen and she's introduced me to the course. I've clicked onto the next one and now we're learning about Professor Karen Usi, Professor Rose Cooper and Professor Finn Gottrup. Okay, and they're just going to do their little introduction now. So, oh, there's lots about them. So Karen Usi, our favourite person, is a Professor of Skin Integrity and she's the Director for the Institute of Skin Integrity and Infection at the University of Huddersfield. Crikey, Karen, that is a long title. She is a member of NHS National Wound Care Strategy, chair of the International Wound Infection Institute. You know what? This woman actually loves wounds. And she's the past academic editor of Wounds UK and is an editorial board member for the Journal of Wound Care. Right, Karen, I think you love all things wounds. Professor Rose Cooper began to investigate the microbiology of wounds in 1922. How old is this woman? Oh, no, it says 1992. That makes more sense. Which led to an interest in the, how do you even read that word? Efficiency? I don't know. Of topical antimicrobial agents. Don't worry, that's not the only word in the sentence that I don't understand. She has also been investigating the potential of bacteria recovered from wounds to form biofilms. What the heck is a biofilm? And searching for ways to limit biofilm formation. Right. She was a professor of microbiology at Cardiff Metropolitan University. She's contributed to several books, some television and radio programmes, and she's been an invited speaker at conferences in Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Ireland, Malaysia, and Slovenia, Turkey and the USA. Well, Rose, coronavirus is going on, so clearly she's got really bored of going to her conferences around the world and she's decided to make a FutureLearn course. Professor Finn Gottrup is a specialist in anatomy, general surgery and surgical gastroenterology. I know what that is. Do you know what? This is a proud moment right here. He's a professor of surgery at the University of Southern Denmark. I wonder if he's from Denmark. He is the founding member and former president of EWMA, which I think is the European Wound Management Association. Go on, Imogen. And European Tissue Repair Society. I wonder how many people they have in the European Tissue Repair Society. Who knows? He's published extensively and been an invited speaker at conferences all over the world in relation to wound healing, infection, and how to organise wound management. Do you know what? I actually want to travel the world when I'm older, so maybe I should go into wound management because clearly that's where the international conferences are at. So I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to have a little go at working through all of the things. I don't know how many steps there are for week 1. Okay, so there are 17 steps for week 1. I've currently done 2. And, oh, there's a quiz at the end. Lovely. Okay, I'll let you know how I do in the quiz. But for now, I think I'm just going to put a little time lapse on. I'm just going to work through some of this stuff. And then at the end, I can assess how much I've learnt and whether it was worth learning about antimicrobial stewardship in wound management. Got the title right. So it says it's going to take about 2 hours to do this, but knowing me and my limited knowledge in antimicrobial stewardship and wound management, this is going to take a lot longer than I think. So I'm going to get going with it now. So this is just me getting excited because the cells look really pretty and then realising that they're actually cancer cells and they're not so pretty after all. So I just thought I'd update you. I've currently got to the bit on biofilms finally. I'm 7 pages through this, app 17. I've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm not even halfway there. But, you know, I'm really enjoying it. It's really interesting. Definitely medicine is not for me, is what we've learned from this, because I don't understand a lot of this. But the bits I do understand, I'm finding really, really interesting. So I guess that's a positive. I'm going to keep going with it now, and I will speak to you when I get to the end. Actually, the second half was a lot quicker than the first half. I think that's because I got a bit bored, so I just skipped through a lot of stuff. I read it, but I didn't necessarily write it all down. But I've just arrived at the quiz, so here's to see how much I've actually learned. There is a lot that I still don't understand. There's a lot of words that I haven't got a clue about. So if it's just purely on what we've been told, I should be okay. But if it's on actual meaning of what we've been told, we might have some issues. So it looks like there are 7 questions for the quiz. Okay, right. So we're going to give this a go. Follow along live. Okay, so question 1. Which of the following events can lead to acquired antibiotic resistance in bacteria? Right, so I'm not going to lie to you. I am going to be using my notes during this, which are also a mess, but because otherwise I actually have no idea. Spontaneous mutation, I think, is what I'm going to go for. Partially correct. What do you mean partially? Oh, it's select all the answers. Oh, okay, right. So I think the transfer of genes from another bacterium, I reckon that's right. Yay! Okay. Wow, I'm so clever. Please don't take that seriously, I'm only joking. Rose Cooper, the educator. I agree with you, hun. Right. Next one. Which of the following statements describes a pan-resistant microbe? Okay, then I'm going to go for all classes of antibiotics. You're right! Okay, there was a case study. I didn't really read the case study, can't lie to you. Oops, tee-hee. Which of the following factors have contributed to the emergence of microbial strains with antimicrobial resistance? Oh, it's all of the above. 100% it's all of the above. They said there were loads of different reasons. Yes! See, Rose, we're on the same page, me and you. I was listening-ish. Cross-resistance describes a microbe with which of the following characteristics? Cross means, I would say, resistant to both an antibiotic and an antiseptic. Gone! Yes, okay. I'm doing so well. What have I got? 2 wrong so far? Microbes resistant to antibiotics started to form during the 1940s. True or false? I don't know. I didn't write that down, did I? I should have known that. Continued emergence of antimicrobial resistance is likely to impact on the global economy within 1 human generation. This is almost definitely true because The World Health Organization in 2017 said that between 1.1 and 3.8% of GDP is going to be impacted by the fact that antimicrobial resistance means that more people are going to get ill and die from infections. Yes, I'm right. Okay, yeah. Predicted by O'Neill. O'Neill also predicted that at the moment we have about 700,000 people globally who die from antimicrobial resistance and infections that can't be treated. And by 2050, that number is going to increase to 10 million. Whoa. Antimicrobial stewardship relies on which of the following conditions? All of the above. Okay, submit answer. Correct. I think I got 5 out of 7. I'm saying, for somebody who didn't even know what antimicrobial resistance was at the start of this, that is very good. Okay, so I finally finished the course for week 1. It says, well done on finishing week 1. Now might be a good time to share your achievement with family, friends or colleagues. Honestly, I feel like I've learned so much today. So I would say that this has been a very successful video. I've learned a lot about antimicrobial resistance and antimicrobial stewardship. Haven't necessarily learned a lot about wound management because that was the bit that I didn't really understand. And I think I need to do the next few weeks of this course to understand that. But considering I just picked a random course and then it could have been on literally anything and I didn't even know what half the title meant at the start, I think this has been really good actually. I've really enjoyed my afternoon doing antimicrobial stewardship and wound management. So that is the end of this video. I really hope that you've enjoyed what was just meant to be like a fun kind of challenge. Maybe it's inspired you to go and have a look and see if there's any FutureLearn courses that interest you. I certainly think some of the politics ones would be really good for me. Maybe we'll leave antimicrobial stewardship and wound management for another day or for somebody else. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe down below and leave me a comment, particularly if you know a little bit more about antimicrobial resistance than I do. And that's all for now, so I will see you next time with a new video.